Hey guys, Shadow here. This is going to be the first 100% walkthrough that I'm going to do on my channel. It's for the game Tacoma. We're going to be going for 100%, all the achievements, all the collectibles, pretty much everything in the game. So, through this walkthrough, I'm going to show you how to get from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, all in around 46 minutes. We're going to get, like I said, we're going to get all the memory fragment recordings, we're going to get all the desktops, we're going to find all the Housecats, we're going to do all the miscellaneous achievements, pretty much everything to get 100% of the game, all the way to the credits. One important thing to note is a lot of the achievements will unlock when you get back to the home screen after beating the game. That's for about 5 or 6 of the achievements. The rest of the achievements, which count for a small amount of the gamer score, you'll get those within the game. You won't get those at the end. Another thing to note is I don't have the achievements, the achievement notifications turned on for this playthrough. I turned off notifications before I did this, and then I forgot about it after. So you won't see any of my achievements popping, but you will get all the achievements if you do all the stuff that I do in the game. So here we basically landed on the station Tacoma, and we're gonna be walking through and doing all there is. So first, you'll get out of the ship, you'll walk the linear path, and you'll pick up these earpieces. You put those in, and that's one of the main components of the whole game. You'll use these to access the memory fragments and show where people went and where they're going, so that you can access their personal desktops. Okay, an important thing to note coming up right here in a second. You're gonna see these emails pop up on the bottom of your screen. To access them, you press back on the controller and then click the T and then look at them like I just did a second ago. You look at them, zoom in and out a couple times, make sure it counts, and then you can continue on. Another big thing about this game is the loading screens. They use a lot of the traveling mechanics from each part of the space station as loading screens. So if you see the video stutter every now and then, it's basically part of the loading screens. Alright, so we're coming up on one of the miscellaneous achievements where you have to dunk this basketball. And I found that you need to dunk it on the orange hoop. So you just can go under it and shoot it like that to dunk it, and that will unlock one of the first miscellaneous achievements. Next, so we're gonna go throughout the station to each of the wings. Oh, there's another one of those emails. We need to access that and then zoom in and out once it gets done typing in order for it to be tracked. Well, I'm waiting. There we go. And then, so the next place we're gonna go to the personnel wing first. The personnel wing has a lot of the memory fragments, the AR recordings. There's a couple Housecats, and there's a couple miscellaneous achievements we're gonna get while we're in here. So right here, you'll see the video stutter a little bit. It's just loading screen, nothing wrong there. So we'll just wait a second, and then we'll keep going. Alright, so now that we're in the personnel wing, what you're going to do first is you're going to answer that email that you just got. Wait for it to stop typing, and then you're gonna zoom in and out like so, and then you're gonna place that book that you had in the beginning of the game on this wall here. It's gonna be used to track to make sure you see everybody and find everybody, everything, all the collectibles in this area, this, that, and the other. So we're gonna go down the right side into administration to find our first AR recording. So you're gonna press X in order for it to pop up, and you'll see it all be recovered. Wait for it to load, and then you're gonna see this play out. You're gonna press X to stop it, and then use the left and right bumpers to scrub through to find each person. So we're gonna find the first person in the conference room. You'll access their recording, go through each of the nodes. Once you go through each of the nodes, you're done with that person. You just need to close out their desktop, scroll through, find the next one, which will be the orange guy, and you'll find him in the kitchen. Go up, access his memory nodes, all 4 of them, and then exit out, and you'll go to the next person. So the next person we need to find is, I scrolled too far there. We need to find the red person, I believe. Yes. And then we need to access their 4 nodes, and then close out of that. And finally, the blue. So you'll do this. This is the same mechanic. You'll do this a couple dozen times in each of the wings, just to look through all the recordings and find all the people, this, that, and the other. So now that we're done with this, we're gonna look for our first house cat in the conference room. He's sitting over here in this chair. You just need to look at him, make sure you see that he's there, and then we're going to go into the administrator's office. The password for this door is 1228. It'll unlock the door. You go inside and you access the desktop. This will be our first desktop. Open all 3 of the nodes on that computer. Make sure I would make sure and just zoom in on all of it, and then you can close out of it. So next, we're going to exit this room, go back into the main common area, and there's a sign on the back wall. We need to fix that. We're going to pick up the letter E, put that back up there, pick up the O, put it in Tacoma. We're going to go into this bathroom and pick up the other O, and we're going to go back and place it on the wall. We're going to fix the E that's messed up, and then we're going to go down into this little area via the ramp, and we're going to pick up the last letter, which is an M, and we're going to place that on the wall as well. Once we place that on the wall, you'll get another achievement for completing the sign, and then we're going to go into these personal quarters. There's another AR recording in here that could be missable, so we're going to go in here, recover this data, and then after this we'll move on to the next part. So we finished in that side of the personnel wing. We're going to head back towards operations, but first we're going to get another email. We're going to look at it. The normal. This will be 4 out of 4. There's 9 in total. Make sure to zoom in on it. Then we can exit out and go to the operations wing. So in here, there's another couple recordings that we're going to find. But we're going to start in the locker room. Going to recover that data, and then we're going to start finding the people and their nodes like normal. So the green and the yellow are kind of pushed together for this part, so you can find them both at the same time. The green's going to be exercising in here. Look at all the nodes. And here after you get done looking at him, there's another missable achievement here. So right behind him, there's these punching bags. If you go up behind them, or go up to them and punch them until you're exhausted, you'll get another achievement. like so. Next, we're going to go and find the yellow guy. Don't go in the showers because there is another recording in there that we'll get to in a minute. But if you go in there, you'll have to come back in here and reactivate the recording. So we're going to go look for the yellow guy. And the yellow guy, I believe, let's see, where is he at? Yes, he's over here. He's over here going into the operating specialist's office. We're going to look at his 4 nodes. So after that, we're gonna go back through and go back to the cargo room that I was at a second ago, and the orange guy's in there. Look at his nodes, and then this area is really close to another Housecat that we'll go look at it here in a second. I thought it was in here for a second, so I went in here and looked, but it's not. It's in the room right beside it, in the laundry room. So I'm still kind of confused. I go up here and I was like, oh wait, it's over here. So we go in the laundry room, we look up, cat's right there on the vent. That is number 2 for our house cats. So I go around back to the locker room because I thought it was time for me to start opening all these lockers, but I forgot there's one more guy we got to find, and it's the blue guy. And the blue guy is over in the reception. He's sitting at the counter here. I'm gonna access his 4 nodes. And then we're gonna go back to the locker room. Now we can put it in the lockers, but I decided to grab that AR recording I was talking about earlier in the shower. Make sure to get this one. This one can be missable if you're not careful. So we'll look at these 4 nodes, and then that's all we have to do in here. So we'll exit out, fast forward through the recording, and then we'll exit out and we'll go to the lockers. Okay, so for Clive's locker, the number for this one is going to be 1407. That will open the locker, and you want to grab that key in there. You'll need that here in a second. And then we're going to open up Sarah's locker. Number for this is 0315. You don't have to get anything in here. You can just, you just have to open it. So we're going to go through that door, and we're going to go back into the personnel quarters, and we're going to go to the very back. I forgot, yeah, I had to go in here because I forgot that there was a computer in here. So here's another computer. Make sure to open up these 3 nodes. And then once you open these 3 nodes and look at each one, then you'll be done with this computer. I dropped the key on accident. Just pick that back up if you drop it. Then go back out the door. And then take a left. And go up to Clive's office. So you're going to take that key and go over to his bed and insert it. It's going to pop out a drawer. And you're also going to get the recording there as well. You don't have to do anything with anything in the drawer, just have to open it. So we get to just recover his data and play through all the nodes. You can scrub through the recording, and then that's pretty much all you have to do for this section anyways. So that's just about it for this section. We're gonna go back to the exit and go back and pick up our book since we're done in the personnel quarters, and then we're gonna head back to the elevator to go to the next wing and the next set of personnel recordings that we have to grab. before you get on the elevator to go back up, there's another email. Make sure to look at that email before you get on the elevator. You look at it, and then after you look at it, get on the elevator and go back up. Okay, once you come out of the personnel wing, you're going to go over to observation. There's another AR recording there. Make sure to recover that. They don't, you can scrub through it. They don't have any AR desktops that you need to access. After that, we're going to go through to the biomedical wing, and we're going to take that elevator down. Alright, now that we are in the biomedical wing, we'll do the same thing. We'll go through up here in these doors, pop our book in on the wall. And then we're going to go into the medical wing. Once inside the medical wing, we're going to access this AR recording and start finding those people. There's quite a few things we need to get in here. So we're going to go through and start picking up the guys. The first guy's going to be literally right in front of you. I'm going to pick up the red guy first. Go through all 4 of the nodes. And then we need to find the blue guy. So the blue guy went right through the door while we were looking at the red guy. So we're gonna look at him before he goes through the door, pick up all 4 of his nodes, and then we're gonna exit out of this one. And then we're gonna scrub through. And then we're gonna scrub through and to the last node. Go into the medical facilities room. So once inside the medical facilities room, there's a couple things we need to do for a miscellaneous achievement. But first, we're going to have to look at this keypad right here. And when we look at the keypad, we're going to put in the number 2080. And then we're going to look at the 3 patients that are here. Going to make sure all their stuff pops up. Then you're going to look at the next one. Do that, do the next one. We got to do this because it's also part of the 100% as well. So we're going to look through all 3 of these. Next we're going to head into the imaging room. And there's a Housecat in there underneath one of the benches. So we're going to go in there and look at that. Next, you're going to head into the medical office. There's a desktop in there. We're going to look through the desk. We're going to open it and look through it. Look through all 3 of the nodes. And then make sure to zoom in on all of them. And then after that, we're going to exit out of it. we're going to open up the drawer beside the desk and grab that key for the supply locker. We're going to need this here in a second. And then we're going to look through, we're going to scrub back through to the green node and grab the green guy's node. He'll be waiting for you outside in the medical office once you come out that right door. And we're going to grab all 4 of his nodes. So after you grab that, you're going to head to the medical storage and use that key for that supply locker. It's going to open up this door, and once you open the door, there's going to be a skull in the back. We're going to grab this skull, head back out. Don't throw the skull like I did. I didn't mean to do that. We're going to take the skull back to the exam facilities, and we're going to open up this back door. There's going to be a skeleton body in there. We're going to put the skull back on the body, and we're going to head back to where we got the skull, and we're going to look in the opposite side of the room behind a desk, and there's going to be a hat. We're going to grab the hat, go back to the skeleton once again, and we're going to place the hat on the skeleton's head. This will unlock another achievement. So we're going to exit that area and go back to the main hub for that, and then go to the personnel quarters, or the personal quarters, I'm sorry. And there's another AR recording in here. We're going to access this one, and then we're going to access his AR desktop. Grab the 4 nodes, and we'll be done for this recording. But we're going to scrub through to the very end, just in case we need to. So we're going to exit back to the main hub. And go the other way. This will be for the biology wing. So we're going to go in here, and right when we get inside, there's going to be a big group of people for this AR recording. We're going to grab it. And once we grab it, we're going to start scrubbing through and grab the purple. The purple guy is going to be right in front of you. So we're going to grab his AR recordings. And we're going to scrub through even more to the next guy. The next guy is going to be the blue guy, and you'll find him in the food storage. All he has on his desktop is a picture. You'll go into the plant growth, and you're going to look up in the vent, and you're going to find another house cat. After you find that house cat, we're going to go into the botanist's office, and there's going to be another desktop. We're going to open up all 3 nodes on that desktop, zoom in on each one, and then we're going to close the desktop. We'll be done with this. We'll head back to the main area, and then find the last guy. The last guy is going to be down below. And so we're going to need to open up this door. To open up this door, the code for the door is going to be 0281. And you can find the last guy just right behind it. Access his AR desktop, access all the recordings, and you'll be done with this recording. You can then scrub through to the end, and then we're gonna work our way back up the ramp to the main area. And and we're gonna go into the personal quarters for this wing. You'll go up the ramp into this room. There's gonna be another AR recording here. You're gonna grab it. And access the 4 nodes on it. Once you grab those 4 nodes, you can make your way out of that room, back down the ramp, and work your way towards the exit. Once in the exit, you're pretty much done here, but you need to grab your book, and then once you grab the book, you need to go back to the medical wing. But before you go back into the medical wing, you're going to get another email. This is number 6 out of 6. I mean 6 out of 9. You're going to look at this email, zoom in, and then you're going to go back into the medical wing. Go back into exam facilities, go back to that skeleton body. You're going to grab the skull. You're going to need it for another achievement. So pick up that skull and head back to the elevator. So now you're going to take that skull that you brought back from the medical wing and you're going to dunk it into the blue basketball hoop. You'll get this flash of light, and then all these cats are going to come by and they're going to be meowing. That'll also activate another achievement. We're now going to make our way to the engineering part of the station, but you can't go inside of it until those cats leave the station. So if you're looking at the door like I am, you'll get a prompt here in a second that you can go into it. Just gotta wait. And then we'll go into the engineering wing for the next set of AR recordings. There's quite a few things to do in here, and we're a little over halfway done with the game now. So now that we're in the engineering side of the station, we're going to place our book back on the wall like we've done for the last couple wings. We're going to go into the mechanical engineering side of the station. Once in here, we're going to see another AR recording like normal. We're going to recover it, and then we're going to start scrubbing through and finding everybody. First guy's literally right in front of us, so we're going to grab his nodes and then move on to the next thing. Once you close it, you're also going to see this grate underneath you. There's a mouse for one of the cats, but there's also a wedding ring that we're going to need for an achievement, but you can't reach it through the grate, so we've got to get under there and grab it somehow. So we're going to go into Power Cell Access. We're going to look up and we're going to see another Housecat. After we get done in there, we're going to head over across the hall to the workshop. Inside of there, there's another desktop. Open it like normal, open all the nodes, zoom in on each one, and then we're going to close that desktop as well. So we're going to come out of there, and then we're going to head into the personal quarters, and we're going to head into the only room that you see for Roberta. There's another AR recording. We're going to access that. Look at Roberta's desktop. We're going to look through all 4 of the nodes. And then we're going to close that per usual. You can go ahead and leave, go back to the main area. And we're going to go into the drone bay. Once inside the drone bay, just go all the way to the end till you see the catwalk area. There's going to be a guy on another laptop or desktop recording. We're going to look through all his nodes, and then we're going to scrub through the rest of it. There's a large portion of this AR recording, so it's going to go corrupted here in a second while I scrub through it, and it'll skip right to the very end. And then once it skips to the very end, we're going to go through this door, but we're going to need a code for the door. The code for this door is 0809. So this is going to open up this area. It leads back down. So this is the area that I was talking about earlier that we need to find that wedding ring. So we're going to go down in here, and then we're going to look up. And once you see where it says maybe I should hold on to this, you zoom in, look straight at it, and grab it. And then we can leave this area. We're going to come out of here, and there's going to be another recording. We're going to recover this AR recording. We're going to skip through all this since there's no data or anything we need to do. And then we're going to continue onwards. We'll continue and go through this next door. But before you go through that door, there's another email. This is 7 out of 9. We have 2 more of these emails to go. So wait for it to type all the way through, then zoom in on it, and then you can exit out of it. So after that, we'll go through the door, and then we'll go straight, and we'll go up all the way to the top of the ramp. And there's going to be another AR recording right before that network specialist office. We're going to access that AR recording data. We're going to scroll all through the data until he leaves. And then we're going to look up in the main area, and there's a Housecat on one of the ledges. Look at it so that we see it. And then we're going to go into the network specialist office. So while in here, there's an AR recording and a desktop. So I'm going to recover it, and while it's recording, I'm going to pull up the desktop. We're going to wait on the recording to decrypt. We're going to look at the desktop, or the AR desktop, not the actual desktop yet. We're going to look through all 4 of the nodes, per usual. And then we're going to fast forward through the AR recording. Then we're going to look at the desktop. Open up all 3 of the nodes. And then once you open all 3 of the nodes, zoom in on them. Then you can exit out of that desktop. We're going to leave this room, and we're going to follow the guy from the recording earlier. So we're going to go into this new area, into this door. We're going to go down this corridor over the steps and everything's going to light up. We're going to recover this new AR data. We're going to scroll through all of it. There's not a AR desktop that we have to access. We'll just scroll through all of it. We'll go through this door. We'll see another guy. We'll scroll through all this data as well. We'll look behind him, and there's a button we need to interact with to release the ODIN software. We'll release it. It's going to give us some information we're going to need. So once that happens, we can look at the guy, what he's looking at, and then turn back and go back into that main area where it started. We're going to put in the code 0451, and then it's automatically going to go through this cinematic cutscene or whatever, and it's going to release the ODIN software. We're going to pull it out, and we're going to need this for the very end of the game. So once we grab the software, we're going to go back to where we were, back to the very beginning, because we're done in here now. We're going to also get another email all along the way. So this is number 8. We're going to look at this per usual. And then we're going to make our way to the exit to exit the engineering. Make sure to grab your book on the way as well. So we're nearing the end of the game here now. After we exit the engineering, there's only a couple other things to do, and that's in the main area where you can access all the other wings. There's a couple AR recordings, and then the last Housecat, and a couple miscellaneous achievements, and then we can finish the game and you'll get the rest of the achievements. So when you enter back in, you're going to look and find the docking area. There's an AR recording here. You're going to scrub through it, find to the red section, and the red guy's going to be right in front of the docking door. You're going to look through all of his nodes. Then you're going to fast forward. And you're going to notice that blue guy's going away to find some other people. So if you follow him and fast forward, you're going to see the next node pop up, which is the green guy. And it's going to go through, you're going to go through all the nodes, but you may get another achievement here in a second. And that's because the guy to his right is carrying the last Housecat. So we'll look at him. So he's carrying the last Housecat. And then we're going to scrub through, and the blue guy that left is now back. And now you can look at his desktop. And then look through all the nodes on that desktop. And that's pretty much the last desktop and for the AR recording. So you can scrub all the way through it. So now you're going to head over to the cryo area. And there's a cleaner drone, whatever. And you're going to turn it on, and you're going to grab it, and you're going to go find the other sanitation drone, and you're going to just throw it to her. So the one we're finding is named Romeo, and we have Juliet in our hands, so we just need to throw. It didn't work that time, so I'm going to go back to it. I must have missed. And throw to it, and they're gonna latch on to each other. See? And then that will also get you another achievement. Okay, we're gonna scroll through the rest of the recording. It shows that everybody left, so we can now go through the docking. And now we are at the final stretch. There's only a couple minutes left of the game. So we're gonna go through the docking axis. It's gonna take us back to our ship, and we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna put Odin into our ship, and then we're going to get our final. Well, before that, we're gonna get our final email. So here in a second, yep, there it is. We're gonna look over at it and zoom in on it, and we're not gonna get that achievement yet. We get that one at the end of the game. So after we look at that email, we'll enter the ship, and we'll throw Odin into our own area, into our own ship, and it's going to basically switch Odin in as the AR in our ship instead of Minnie from the beginning of the game. So you go up to the chair, and then you'll start the launch sequence, and pretty much after you start the launch sequence, you can put the controller down. You're done. You don't have to do anything else. You can just wait out the rest of it, because it's going to go through a little cinematic. It's going to show that Odin's on the ship now, and then after that, you can just let the credits roll out. Once the credits go through and you get back to the home screen and it says thanks for playing, your achievements should start popping after a minute or two, and you'll have all 5 of them pop, and then that'll be 100% done for Tacoma. I'd like to thank everyone that watched the video. If you like the video, don't forget to comment. I try to get to all my comments, and then if this helps you in any way, subscribe. I'll have more content coming the next couple days, weeks. I'll have more 100% walkthroughs. I'll have pretty much anything that could help you for achievements. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See ya.